Welcome back. It is 1468, and in the last one, we had twin boys. I'm so excited. I'm so happy because Thomas and Dante, and then even Thomas and Genevieve, like, I just love the close sibling dynamic thing. I love that. I love that. So I'm so excited for another set of twins. And also, Franchesca is currently pregnant with Jay Huntington III's baby because they woohooed when she tried to steal him from Tiffany. But he still went after Tiffany, but then they ended up breaking up because of all the drama. Plus, he found out about her parentage. And then Ginevra aged up into a teenager, and she's gorgeous, of course. So that's where we're currently at in this family. Lots of stuff going on. So we have a lot of birthdays this year. Oh, wait, I didn't. Sorry. I have not updated this part yet. There we go. Okay, we have quite a few birthdays in this part, mostly the babies that were born at the end of the last part, so I'm really nervous but excited about that. I hope our twins both survive, so let's hop right into that. So first, no, 18 or 20. First, we have Malcolm Landgrab III. Then we have Thomas V. Ooh, that was a close one. And then we have Mortimer. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, and then Malcolm Payne is no 9 or 19. And we're good. Oh, everybody lived. How wonderful. Okay, so we have all that going on. We have Franchesca probably having her baby in this part. And yeah, lots of stuff going on. So let's hop into the game. Alrighty, so here we are in our household. We have Franchesca who is pregnant, and Tiffany who just got broken up with, and also Ginevra who is now going to be introduced a little early because frankly El Rosaria is nervous that none of her children are going to be able to get married and all of them are going to have a bad reputation. So she's like, you know what, Ginevra, you got to get out there. You got to get out there too. So she is going to have Ginevra kind of come around to the parties. There's not really an age limit on this in this time period. So, this is not Regency era. So, anyway, we are going to have them chatting about it. And El Rosaria is basically like, look, Ginevra, I need you to be flawless. I need you to be perfect. Like, you can do whatever you want with your life. I don't care, but I just need you to not cause any more scandals for this family. And Ginevra's like, yeah, sure, Mom, whatever. Like, she's not worried because she's like very laid back and she probably wouldn't do anything that would cause any problems. So she's not really worried about that. So what they're going to do is, even though they are having some trouble in society, they are going to come and go to the event that the Goth household is hosting. No one right now would come to their house after everything that's happened. So they are still trying to attend other people's events. So it's going to be kind of like a banquet thing at the Goth household. So we are going to start introducing Ginevra to all of the boys. So we're going to start with Alexander since he's sitting right here. So she is going to introduce herself to him. And they actually have positive sentiments towards each other. I'm just going to quickly get Cassandra pregnant. But yeah, they have some positive sentiments towards each other, which is really nice. And they are kind of related through marriage anyway, so they would probably have a good relationship. But she actually does not find him charming at all, which is really interesting. She does not think that he is, charming, or maybe she just sees him more as like another brother figure. So we'll see about that, but let's introduce her also to Gavin, and I think Mitchell is not here yet. It's really just a struggle to get all the Sims to do what I tell them to, for real. Like, it's such a struggle. But we are going to talk to Gavin next. So he actually doesn't have a good impression of her, but she has a good impression of him. So there's that. And then we are going to try and get Mitchell here as well. The chemistry system with the settings I have does not work for teens to young adults. So, and I can't really figure out how to change the settings. I'm such a mess. I keep clicking on the button, but nothing happens. The setting doesn't change. So I don't really know what's going on with that, but I can't be bothered to fix it right now. So anyway, She's going to, it's a banquet, so we have to have some food. So let's call everybody to get some food. And then Mitchell has finally shown up. So let's get a first impression. And they both have negative first impressions of each other, which is kind of funny. So neither of them have good first impressions of each other there. But I feel like out of all the guys, obviously she's not going to, talk to Jay. But out of all the guys, I actually feel like Mitchell might be the best choice for her because he seems like the type that would be most able to, walk away and travel and sail and whatever, like she wants to do. Gavin is a little more wealthy and a little more, set in his position, whereas Mitchell is from a, lower class family and has a little bit of more give there. So there's that, and we are just going to check out all of that for her. And she is also, illegitimate. She's not even, at least Tiffany was Thomas's daughter, but Ginevra is not. So anyway, they're just going to chat a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Ginevra is like 14 years old now, so I'm not really worried about having her pick a husband right away. But I do want to wrap up everything that's going on with Tiffany and Franchesca, so we are going to do that. So we are going to have Tiffany talk with Alexander. So Alexander and Gavin are the other guys that she was looking into before. So we're going to flirt with him. So we'll flirt a little bit with both of them and see where it goes. So there is that. We're going to flirt with Alexander a bit. And honestly, Alexander is not going to care because, he is also, his sister is married to her brother. Like, they are married into that family. He's, whatever scandal befalls her family kind of also befalls his. And look at this. They've been flirting for 2 seconds and he already wants her to marry him. So what I'm thinking is, like, maybe Alexander always had, like, feelings for her, but because she was just so into Jay at the time, he didn't think he had a shot with her. And so now that she's starting to pay him some attention, he's like, marry me. He's like, I got to get in here quick before she finds someone else, So he is really interested in her. He's had a crush on her for a long time, and he is really glad that it didn't work out between her and Jay so that he can propose to her. And of course his family would approve because, she is Thomas's younger sister, and she, they know that Tiffany is like really, even though she's had this stuff happen to her, she is a very respected person. She never did anything herself. She never, acted inappropriately. She learned all of her skills. She's very accomplished. Like, she is definitely, someone who you would want to marry. She's got a nice big dowry, an entire estate that's going to continue to make money. Like, she's good. So even though Franchesca is also good, obviously news of Francesca's pregnancy have spread, and that has totally ruined things for her. She is not going to be able to find someone, at least right now. Who knows in the future? She did rule not to marry, though, to marry her now that she is pregnant with someone else's child. But anyway, so we are home now, and Tiffany is really excited. She's talking to her father about everything. Oh, they have an adoring sentiment, very cute. And so they're just going to talk about, like, relationships and all that stuff. And Tiffany's like, I don't know, like, am I falling into this too soon? What if he also decides that he doesn't want me? And Thomas is like, look, you just got to go with your heart. Like, the Goths are a good family. Alexander is a good person, and he's not going to do that to you. So if you love him, if you want to marry him, then you should. So they're just having a conversation about that. Meanwhile, El Rosaria is asking Ginevra what she thought, and Ginevra's just kind of like, I don't know, none of them really sparked my interest. So Ginevra is, she's still young. She's not really like going all in 2 seconds like Tiffany is. But that is where we're at. So we are going to just head over right now to see Odelgard. And the reason for that is because I got a notification that her spirit was fading away, and I don't want her spirit to fade away. So Thomas is going to go visit Odelgard at the cemetery. He kind of comes here when he has turbulent times. So he's going to come and talk to her, maybe about Francesca's situation and about the scandals to their family. And he's going to tell her, I've tried so hard to build up this family and make the family really good, and I gave up so many things for this family, and yet it still seems like it's all falling apart. It still seems like it's not working out. And so Odelgard is going to comfort him about that. And she's going to be like, you always have me. You always have had me. And if you ever decide one day that you finally want to break free of that expectation of you, then just, come to me. We'll be together. Like, who cares if we're a vampire and a ghost? And Thomas is honestly pretty tempted by that. His relationship with El Rosaria has not been good for a long time. And also, they haven't woohooed in many, many, many years. Like, it just has not been good. But he has been standing by her, and she has been standing by him as a married couple. I also wanted to save Odelgard into like a household instead of just having her ghost free floating. So, but yeah, so his relationship with El Rosaria has never been good. But anyway, it's been okay sometimes. But they're just kind of like roommates at this point. They're not like in love with each other. They're just husband and wife, and they're loyal to each other in that way. Even though he just woohooed with Odelgard's ghost. But you know what I mean. Like, he's going to stick by her so that her reputation stays strong. And you can see Lady Whistledown is talking about Franchesca's pregnancy, and then also about Tiffany's engagement. And, I do think that maybe once all of the kids are grown up and married and everything, Thomas might take Odelgard up on that offer. So we'll have to come see in some time, just also because he's a vampire and people are going to start noticing. But yes, so then I did want to make sure that Dante and Nina were actually married. They're finally going to get married just in a small little thing at the church that just because of, everyone's prodding and pushing. For us, I know he rolled not to get married, but for us, this is the only way that him and Nina can cohabitate in a way. So him and Nina are going to, get married, but their relationship is kind of an open one. Kind of, the both of them do what they want and they have fun doing it, and they like to be messy and dramatic and whatever. But yeah, so I don't really know. I'm just breaking the rules, I guess, because I want them to live together. Okay, so anyway, we are going to have them live together and woohoo in the church because I'm terrible like that. Okay, so actually, I totally was not keeping track of time as well. So because I wasn't keeping track of time, I wasn't home at this time, but as it turns out, Franchesca is having a baby. So she's having her baby boy, and you guys, she just rolled to die. The baby survived. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to go and we're going to see if we can turn her into a vampire, which should be easy because she just can't roll a 1. Like, you just have to re-roll. And obviously, the likelihood that she's going to roll a 1 again is low. But anyway, so Franchesca, I didn't want her to die. Like, how sad would that be that the ending of her story is that she dies in childbirth with some jerk's kid after ruining her own life? That would be awful. Okay, so anyway, I'm just going to, I was trying to figure out how to break up Sims, and I just can't figure it out. Like, I don't know how to how do I get Nina and Dawn to break up now? Or are they even in a relationship? Did I even have them be boyfriend and girlfriend? Maybe that's my problem. I'd have to check on that. Anyway, gosh, so we are going to head back home and see if Franchesca gets to become a vampire so that she can survive. We will really like that for her. So we named her child Neville, which is really cute. So he is a little boy. Hi, did you bring me your crinkle duck? Oh, she brought me her crinkle duck. Yes, so she did survive the reroll, so we will be turning Franchesca into a vampire. So there's that. And we are going to do that. Why is Odelgard here? Odelgard is here to propose to Thomas. Dude, you can't be, you're already married. Like, what are you doing? So anyway, she is going to become a vampire as well. Fine, you guys can maybe make the promise. Maybe Thomas is going to promise Odelgard, like, okay, well, when the last of my kids is married off and moved out, then, I'll come and we'll be together or something. So poor El Rosaria. She's had such a hard life. Like, I honestly, but like sometimes I don't feel bad for El Rosaria, and then sometimes I do feel bad for her, and I don't know. It's complicated. Everything's complicated. I like it when things are complicated, though, so that's on me. Okay, so I just need to add in the new baby. So we're going to add in the child, and it is little Neville Larkin. Of course, since Jay said he wasn't taking responsibility, then of course we're not going to give the child the last name Huntington. So we're not going to do that. And we are going to just add in the father here. I did save all of the townie sims I added to the world. You can see, you'll probably see a couple of times, a little here and there, sneaky peeks, that I did add some more townies to the world for, you know, Thomas's future storyline, which we are going to definitely get into starting in the next decade. Thomas and Dante's storylines. I'm just trying to wrap up things with this household here. So it has been sort of a day, but it is the next day. So we're going to age Neville up into an infant, and then we will get him his makeover. And look at that face. He definitely has his father's face, but he has, you know, his mother's hair color. So there is that. So we're just going to update on this little muffin. He's cute though, although he might have his mom's lips, but his face shape looks like Jay's. So moving along, little Neville, we are going to head back into the household. Franchesca is definitely having a tough life. Oh, poor Franchesca. Okay, so next we are going to just hang around the house for a little bit. Just have, you know, I think El Rosaria is being a little softer on her kids. She's also very happy to have another grandchild, even though, you know, everything that's happened. I think that she's just trying to take a little bit of a step back from being, you know, overbearing and controlling about the girls. She really just doesn't want to, you know, she feels partially responsible for what's happened, which she is, but, you know, she feels like if she wants to not alienate all of her children, she is going to need to take a different approach. So she is trying to not nag on Franchesca for having a baby out of wedlock as much, and just trying to, you know, support her daughter through what is obviously a hard time. Anyway, so Tiffany is talking with her dad again. They are getting ready for the wedding. Keep in mind, again, every sim day is 3 months in real life. So, you know, it has been like almost 6 months since she got engaged to Alexander. So it is about the time. Usually it would only be like 3 weeks or something before they would decide to get married. So we are working on that. And we are going to head out to the church. Of course, I can't actually marry them because they're still teenagers. I really should stop marrying people as teenagers. I really should stop that. But I just want them to have some kids before they have to make that young adult role. It just scares me so much. And how old is Tiffany, Helen? Tiffany is, she's 17, so that's really not too young. Really, they're supposed to get married around 18 here, but, you know, whatever. Same difference. It's close enough. So, it is also like almost the end of the year, so it's close enough to her being 18. Anyway, so they are adoring with each other, and they are very happy, and I am going to then move her into the Goth household so that we can, I was really trying to figure out if I could marry them, but I can't, so I'm just going to ignore that. And then we are going to move them into the Goth household. So let's do that. We'll just have everyone kind of having the party here for a little while. Also, it's kind of tough because a lot of Tiffany's friends have abandoned her in this time. You know, after everything that happened with Jay and with her sister, like a lot of her friends have, both Tiffany and Franchesca's friends have kind of, you know, taken a step back from being friends with them, from being associated with them. So that is kind of something that they are sad about, that a lot of, you know, a lot of them turned out to be fair weather friends. So that is a bummer. Anyway, we are also going to give her 100,000 simoleons because why not? And then we will change her outfits into black. Yes, Miss Tiffany, you are a goth now. How exciting. She is going to be the future lady because Alexander is in line for his own lordship here. Very exciting. I am very happy for them. Very, very happy for them. So that is all really great. And then we are going to just update the tree and everything. So we'll do that. And then I forgot that I didn't mean to move them in. I meant to, I meant to instead do like Odelgard living by herself, but that's fine. So, anyway, we are going to update also Franchesca here. We're just updating everybody. We're trying to keep on top of the spreadsheet and the family tree and stuff because we need to. We have to. So let's add in the new picture of Tiffany. Looking good. So I'm very excited for her. And she is just beautiful. I mean, look at this new outfit. She is gorgeous. So I'm so excited for her on that. And we are going to get her pregnant so that she can, start having babies, start having those goth babies. Very exciting for us. So let's do it. And we'll add in a new thing here. So I'm really excited about that. New line on the spreadsheet. So that'll be good for us. And we are going to save, just, doing everything here. So just taking care of that household. So we are good there. Very excited on that. And we are going to then head back to our household. So that's kind of important for us. And we are going to come back to Franchesca for a little bit. It's definitely been difficult for her, and she's becoming a vampire, just a lot going on. So Thomas is going to come and talk to her. He's like, are you okay? How are you feeling? Like all that stuff. And she's like, I'm feeling okay. She's upset. She's upset that she ruined her life over this. Like, she's upset that she may never get the chance to become close again with Tiffany. She just realizes now that she's made so many mistakes and that it wasn't worth it. And it wasn't worth almost dying over. Like, if her dad wasn't a vampire, she would have died making a foolish mistake for a foolish man who never even loved her. And it's just, she is just devastated about that. So Thomas is obviously feeling really some type of way about his daughter being so upset and everything going so hard for his daughter. So he's going to come over and confront Jay. He's going to come and confront Jay and basically try and I think he believes his daughter that Jay really is the father. He believes her. I don't know if Tiffany believes her, but Thomas does believe her. He knows that she wouldn't lie to him, not like in this moment after she almost died. So he's going to come and talk to Jay, and he's going to, kind of put the fear into him and basically say to him, Jay, you really messed up. I know that's your baby. Jay's, deny. But Thomas is like, I don't believe you. And I believe that you screwed over both of my daughters, and that's not okay. And you better watch your back because, you better never show your face in front of my family again. You better never bother that sweet little boy in your life. Like, I don't care if one day you decide you want that son. It's not going to happen. And so he's just basically, threatening Jay, and he says, Jay's not really acting very scared of him or anything, so he pulls out, the vampire card. So, not a lot of people know that they're vampires, so he is going to quickly drink Jay's blood and, threaten Jay as a vampire, and Jay is going to be terrified and, pass out and so scared and everything, and he doesn't know who he messed with, and Thomas is like, that's right. Like, you don't mess with my kids. So Thomas is going to really mess up Jay a little bit. So that's fine with us. Now we are back home and we are here, and so he is just going to talk to El Rosaria briefly and basically tell her, like, we don't have to worry about that Jay guy. And she's like, what? And he's like, he won't be saying anything about our daughters again. Like, don't worry about it. So El Rosaria is a little confused, but she's like, okay. And so they are just chatting about that. And then also Mitchell has come over. Hello, Mitchell. Mitchell has come over to see Ginevra. He is actually a little bit older than her, so, but he is a little bit older than her, and, but I think that the both of them have bad impressions of each other, but, like, they also kind of not like each other, but like I think that they find each other annoying in the best sort of way, if that makes sense. So they are definitely enjoying that. And maybe one day they will, run off together to sail the world. But that is not going to be anytime soon because obviously we are, still young and all of that. So anyway, we are going to save this game right here. And then we are going to... Mitchell comes. Oh, okay. So we're going to do some of our makeovers. That's the word I'm looking for. Wow, that was so hard for no reason. So yes, makeovers. We have little Thomas, and all these kids are going to end up looking just like Cassandra. Isn't that so funny? So we have little Thomas, and we have little Mortimer from our kids. So there they are. And then we are going to just give them a quick makeover. We'll head over to see Malcolm Landgrab the Third. So he looks actually a lot like his mother, Dina. So there is that. And we're just going to give him a quick makeover. And then we will head out. We also need to give a makeover to Malcolm Payne, who is also named after Malcolm Landgrab, but we will need to give him a makeover as well. Also, it looks like Frost aged up a little early, which is fine. We will just have him, we'll just give him a quick makeover anyway, and next year when we roll for him, we'll get a picture for him. But anyway, that's what we're going to do, and then we are going to just give the actual birthday boy a makeover. So here is little Malcolm Payne. He is a cutie. They are always cuties, of course, to me because I am, it's weird. Anyway, so that was it. We also have to get Malcolm into the club. So let's just head over quickly to the Payne family so that we can add him to the club and he can, be in that. Meanwhile, I will start working on everyone's pictures just because we need them. And then we are going to just do this, and yeah, we're just doing some maintenance stuff. I know that don't click off the video because there's still something that's going to happen because I realized that I was doing the maintenance stuff a little early and I still had some time left in the day. So definitely something else is going to happen in just a moment because I thought, you know what, why don't we go visit Dante? So let's go visit Dante and Nina and see what kind of drama they are up to. So we're going to do that in just a second. So don't you worry, there is still more to come. And then, so yeah, we're here with Dante and Nina. And I was thinking, like, obviously we're doing the villainous Valentine aspiration for Dante. And I think that, like, what might be a fun thing to do with him is that we are going to invite over Summer because we know that Summer had a little crush on him and that, obviously Tiffany had warned Summer away, but then Summer, stopped being friends with Tiffany over everything that had happened. And Dante is kind of like a little bit vengeful, like he takes up for his siblings, and so he knows that Summer has a little crush on him, and he's a villainous Valentine, so we know that he is going to make some mean and bad decisions, and so is Nina. So him and Nina kind of came up with this little trick to play on Summer where they were going to have Dante kind of seduce her because of course he gets to do whatever he wants, and so does Nina. And so to seduce her, and then they're going to have Nina come up and kind of, have Dante go with his wife and kind of embarrass Summer by making her jealous and making her feel bad, like, oh, he didn't really, it didn't really mean anything to him. He's, with his wife there. So Summer is totally embarrassed. Like, Nina is laughing at her. It's really awful, honestly. Like, I mean, yeah, Summer was, not being a good friend to Tiffany, but like, this is a lot, Dante. This is a lot. This is too much. But, and to be fair to Tiffany, not Tiffany, to be fair to Summer, I'm sure her parents had something to do with her not being able to hang out with Tiffany anymore, too. So, anyway, Dante is not being a very nice person, but he kind of sees it as, like, she gets what she gets for, like, being mean to his sister. So, He's not sad about it. He is not feeling bad about it at all. So that is going to check off some cheating and some becoming an ex with a sim. So that's just, a little bit of his aspiration that we're working on right now. So anyway, that is where we're going to wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We are going to start playing more and more with Thomas and Dante starting in the next one. So I hope that you're excited, and I'll catch you in the next one.